read the first part again?
Verse 23. Sirach 26 and 23. A woman abateth the courage. A wicked woman abateth the courage. Salaki. Maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
So, you know, we read this and we think like, you know, she's probably doing this on purpose. And being married, I watched a lot of videos going over marriage counsel. I watched a lot of videos on how women should be submissive. And a lot of things that they say is don't question your husband. They go over that. Don't question your husband. Like if your husband say, hey, do it this way. And then you be like, well, are you sure you want to do it this way? Because if we do it this way, deep. Then this. And then now what just came into his head was doubt. And then guess what? They do it his way. It don't work. Guess what she meet him with? I told you.
You're not making them stronger.
I told you. Exactly. You're making them weaker. That's all that's going on. Because next time, he's going to doubt. And every woman says that they want their man to be a what? A leader. And it's a certain amount of pride that come with being a man. There's a certain amount of pride that you should want there to be a man, right? To have that kind of edge and lead. But what they do, they chip at it away. They chip at it. They taking his strength away, just little by little. Are you sure? We can't do it like that, because you remember last time you said it, and then what happened? And so now he's starting to just dwindle down, and he's
that flame is turning smaller.
Now she the head. Yeah, it's on you, babe. Make the decision.
Hey, and once it get to that, she lose interest in you. Now the relationship is cooked.
Now you're dealing with an effeminate man, because all his leadership has just been taken away. He's no longer trying to be in that role no more. So it's not always, you know, like you think. It's little stuff.
And sometimes women don't understand how hard it is to be a man.
And it all goes back to the average woman doesn't see the value of a man like she's supposed to. The average woman sees the value of a man as her equal.
Yep.
Because like I said, if you asked her who her Hollywood crush is, and you said, hey, if your Hollywood crush said, would you be my third wife, knowing that he's got 2 other women, she'd be like, hell yeah, I'm taking that.
Yep.
Because the value, she sees the value of him way above her. So she's not going to try to go against that. That's why the Most High God is putting things back in order. I think Zion has something first.
Yeah, my heart's gonna cook. I know. He ready. He about to be Vegeta. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
All right.
So,
This
bro, like I said, bro, if you go every day and there's a brick wall and you chip just a small piece of it, do that every day. A year goes by, that thing's gonna fall.
Right.
So you chinking your husband.
Yeah.
Your husband's stronger than she think. He a strong ass man, but even the strongest, if you go little and cut little and little and little, then that crack is gonna make that thing fall. That's true. Samson was strong. He trusted in the Lord, and he still, well, he kind of flowed at the end, but it was good.
Done. So the point I wanted to make is that a lot of times women don't see the value in our men. And this is a good point that you keep using about how a woman, she'll see value in this Hollywood crush or in this famous actor or famous rapper. And a lot of times what I'm seeing is it's not necessarily that man and his core values, it's just money.
That's it. Right.
That's why this woman deem you as valuable.
Right.
And it's the level that they put the level that they have value in money, it's unequally yoked. Because I do believe that a woman should want her husband to be able to provide and protect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it gets to a point where her balance and her morals is completely different from that. She's just going after her covetousness. And I'll use this example just to take your example a step further. If I was to get rich right now, if I was to get money right now, or I had the status quo, like someone who has a lot of notoriety and popularity amongst fame. There we go. If I was famous, or I had money, or it looked like I was famous and had money, them women would be okay with that. Yeah. Outside of my core value, outside of me being a stand-up guy, outside of me being righteous, it's not about anything other than that. Right. It's just the love of money.
It's the love of money. Yeah. But they that's what they deem as valuable, like you said.
Exactly.
Because But you know what they say some of the things that add value to a man. We know it's morality. We know that. We know it's the law, statutes, and commandments. But that's not what they see right off top. What they see right off top is the look, like Mahal was going into. What they see right off top is the fame, the money being one of the most important things, because money does provide a protection, you know, a level of protection, so they know that they ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. So if they see that Hollywood crush, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm going. I don't care if you got 10 wives. If he choose me, I'm going. That value in that man, you said you had something too. The value of that man has gone up. But at the end of the day, we know that the establishment, how the Most High God has established it, is that the Israelite man supersedes all of that.
Right.
The value of an Israelite man that keeps the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be more precious than fine gold. And I mean that.
So, I like what he just said. And it's something you keep saying that I like. It's resonating because a lot of people can't see past their 5 senses. If it don't make sense to the flesh, they can't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and that really shows their faith. You know what I'm saying? Because faith, what it say, is the substance of things not hoped for.
Evidence of things not seen.
Evidence of things not seen. If you're looking at an Israelite man and he don't look like a billionaire or something, you can't see that he valuable and he powerful because you don't got enough faith to understand that it's things at play that you can't touch, that you can't see.
Bring it out.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You got to have more faith. I believe
our women are out of touch with real value.
our women are out of touch with real value. That's perfectly said. True value is in the things of the Most High. And
That's right.
I believe it's Ecclesiastes 7:12. It say money is a defense and wisdom is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So that's the way that wisdom is better than money. That's what that scripture is teaching. They both are defense, but wisdom is better than money because it giveth life to them that have it. Right? That's the difference, man.
That's tough.
Okay, Kanye. Excuse me. I wanted to speak on something real quick because we're talking about the value. And what America has done is replaced the man in the household with the government.
That's right.
And they gave our women a sense of some kind of value. You know what I'm saying? Putting $1 there, WIC. You know what I'm saying? WIC stands for woman, infant, and child. No damn man in there.
Right.
It's just woman, infant, child. That's it, right? So they gave them a certain a value that they themselves don't even try. They don't even like it. When you look at the higher ups in any nation, they are revolved around their men. They are revolved around the father. They are revolved around the head of the household. That's their stability. That's their staff. That's when they come. That's their support system. The backbone of the whole thing is the husband. It's not the government, right? But I wanted to read this to show just how valuable a husband and a man is. Let's read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child.
It says, ye shall not afflict any widow nor a fatherless child.
Bring it out.
Both of those things are the man out of the picture. A widow means her husband died. Fatherless child, the father not in his life. The Lord said, ye shall not afflict any widow nor fatherless child.
Bring it
It's a
out.
law, right? Let's read.
It say, if thou afflict them in any wise, they shall cry at all unto me.
The Lord said, if ye shall afflict them in any wise, and they cry unto me,
I will surely hear their cry,
he said, I will surely hear their cry. Come on.
and my wrath shall wax hot,
Come on.
and I will kill you with the sword.
Come on.
And your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
So the Most High God, the role of a husband is so important that the Most High God will step in and fulfill that position. That's what it is. If ye shall afflict them in any wise, meaning in anything, he's going to step in and fulfill that position. He was fatherless. He doesn't have a father. That means he has a disadvantage. But what do we look at it as today? We look at it as an advantage. You know, not having your daddy growing up, that means you harder now. you kind of grew up on the edge a little. No, you're at a disadvantage. That's a disability.
It's a setback.
God is letting you know that that's a disability. But his role is so important in that house that the Most High God is going to be there for them, even though that man can't. That should let you know and put your mind in the position of, damn, that's how important my husband is. It's not a law in there that say, you know, if the wifeless man cries unto me, Lord not dealing with that.
Be strong.
What? I'm not hearing that. Too damn bad. But let a widow, let a fatherless child cry unto me. Let me hear a peep about you doing anything. The Lord said, I'll make your children fatherless. I'll make your wives widows.
Can I throw a precept on that?
Yes, sir. Captain gave me the mic. I'm going to teach you. Look at him.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 4. I'm gonna start at 4. It says, reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayers shall be heard of him that made him destitute. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayers shall be heard of him that made him. So the Most High God is always giving us that extra support to the people that need it, namely the widows, the poor, the fatherless child. That's why we have tithes. That's who it's supposed to go to, including the Levites, right? Because they do the service of the Most High. But if you see if you mistreat them and they pray to the Most High God, the Most High God gonna get with you quick, because they don't got no other defense. They don't got the father of the household standing in. Whenever someone breaks in the house, guess who's expected to protect? The man, the husband, the father. But when that man is not there, who does it? Who steps in? The Most High. That's how important it is. If you don't got that hedge of protection, you don't got your husband, you're gonna be super weak. And in these last days, it's gonna be exposed dramatically. It's gonna be super exposed. There's not going to be laws to govern this place. That's right. No one's going to be abiding by, stop signs, stoplights, stealing, no stealing. The only reason why people don't steal in America is because America said don't steal. The government said don't steal. What about when the government say, I don't care, do whatever? The only reason why it's not a whole bunch of people openly just admitting to rape and doing these kind of things, taking advantage, because we know that men are I'm getting on the rant, so we know that men are way stronger than women. We know that. In order for a man not to hurt a woman, he has to mentally tell himself, I cannot hurt her. He has to try his hardest not to hurt a woman. In a situation, a 1v1, right, he has to abate his strength. Yeah. What about when there's no repercussions for a man taking a woman by force? The government's not gonna get involved. Who's gonna fight for you if you don't got no husband? Because the only person that's been fighting for you is the government. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get exposed in the last days. Martial law is gonna get exposed. You don't got your husband. You don't got that hedge of protection. It's gonna get tough for you. It's gonna get real tough. So whenever you see your husband, you should be reverencing him, respecting him like the God he is.
That's right.
Honestly. Ephesians 5 and 22. Yeah, bring it out. 21, 22, 24. All of them, bring them out.
He said all of them, bring them out.
Bring out the Bible.
Bring out the book. Bring out the book.
Go ahead, Ken.
All right, so this ties into both points. What Zion said earlier, like if you got a brick wall and you chiseling at it slowly, that wall is gonna crumble.
Yep.
You tearing down a foundation. This is Proverbs 14 and 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. So you're not standing in your role, like the household is going to crumble.
Right.
The house is not a physical structure, it's you standing in your role. And most structures, they support each other. If one thing is out of whack, the whole thing is going to fail. It's going to fall. You know what I'm saying? A man is a protector, but you can't protect a woman that's not obedient.
That's right.
Don't go over there, but you go anyway, and then something happens to you. You have to stand in your role for your household to stand. You have something?
I mean, that's kind of what went into when you go into what is it called? I think it's when you go into the blue letter and you go into the commentary, and the commentary, like with Jacob and Jacob's children and Dinah, their daughter, they said one of the reasons why she got raped was because what happened to her, which was rape, is because she went away from her father's protection.
Right.
Her father didn't know. Their understanding was that her father didn't know that's what she was going to do, because she should have went with protection. She should have went with other women, but she chose to go out by herself. And because she went away from her strength, she went away from her source, her father, that happened. And then the whole situation with the brothers killing all the men because they treated her like a harlot. So, yeah. Hey, and also I wanted to get that Ephesians 2 whenever y'all get that.
Get that Ephesians right now.
So go.
Actually, somebody go to Ephesians real quick.
You said Ephesians 2?
I think he
I
was
want
talking about
Ephesians 5.
Ephesians 5.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to start at verse 22. Go to, this is a precept I want here. Boom. Go to 1 Peter 2, actually. 1 Peter 2, we're going to start at 24 after we read this.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord.
That's tough.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, that brings the value back to the Israelite man.
That's right.
Hey, okay, so if they see their Hollywood crush or their famous artist with high value as this man that can have as many women as he wants, and they're not gonna say nothing to him, they're gonna join themselves with them. As a matter of fact, some women have left their boyfriends to go and be with a celebrity crush.
Right.
But here in the Bible, it said, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22, it say, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Imagining if Christ himself came down, you are supposed to submit yourself just like he is of Christ. So that value that husband, she's supposed to be looking at her husband as he is Christ.
Right.
Who's arguing with Christ? Who's picking fights? You know what? You ain't getting nothing today.
I'm not questioning that.
Who gonna do that, bro?
Yes, sir.
That gotta be a demon. That has to be a demon. If you understand and you know that understanding, and you still choose to pick a fight, mark it, let it be known that is a demon on that woman, man. She's desiring, she don't mind holding on to that spirit, right? And she knows she's supposed to look at her husband as if he is the Lord. Bro, hey, whatever he says, go. Because like what y'all was bringing out, it weakens that man. It brings the value of that man down. He starts to second guess. He starts to become effeminate. He doesn't know which way is right. The strength of the house is the man. That's basically what y'all going into. The man is the strength of the home. But because our men have been so destroyed in this place, we don't know which way is up. We don't know who to turn to, what to look for. You go to your woman to see if should I go left or should I go right. You know what I'm saying? We don't know which way to go, man.
Don't be that kind of brother, man.
Don't be that brother, man. Hey, don't give your strength unto a woman.
That's a fact. It can be.
The water.
You know what I'm saying, brother? It can be.
The water.
You definitely don't wanna.
Now you up.
He said, "Now you up."
That's what happens when you get.
Go to. Actually, let's grab this Mark first. I know I told you to hold it, but let's grab this Mark first, and then we're gonna go to this 1 Peter. I want another witness to that. Submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. There's two witnesses, right? But let's grab this first.
You want me to start at 23?
27.
Okay, come on. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27.
Bring it out.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
So Christ is letting you know you're not entering into a strong man house unless you handle business first. But what's the chances of that?
0 to none.
The chances of that are very slim unless you're entering in with a great number, a great multitude. And even still, a lot of the times that doesn't work. I'm gonna just be honest, a lot of times that doesn't work. He know the layout of the house. You kick the door down, he heard it, he's getting to you. But you gotta bind the strong man first. Here in America, you gotta bind the strong, independent woman. No.
All she got is this.
Yeah, all she got is that.
In real life,
I know you ain't just
Don't do that. Don't do that.
yeah. What?
Oh, well, he done did it.
Can I speak on this right quick?
Go ahead.
Because look, you gotta understand, the only thing that can defend you from a man is a man. That's right.
Yeah,
Right?
look.
A lot of women, they get conceited in America. You be seeing little videos and shit of them lifting weights, like, yeah,
Jiu-jitsu.
you wish you could lift this weight, like, girl. Come on, man. It's a man out here that will lift you.
With that weight.
With that weight, exactly.
He don't even work out.
He don't even work out. He just got good genes.
He was just created.
Yeah, I got a cousin like that. He been like this since we was little kids, man. Brother always had muscle tone and strength and shit. Like, bro, we ate. What's your problem?
That's crazy. A wise man will not even underestimate even a smaller man. He
Right.
won't even underestimate a smaller man's power.
That's true.
And danger. So how much, you know what I'm saying? So
They don't really understand a man's strength, because it ain't too often you see a man really have to get active. When you see two men really clashing, it's scary. Like, oh shit. You could be nearby, your heart gonna start beating like, they better not bring that shit up
yeah,
here.
for real. Nah, for real.
But it gets you pumped. Like,
You like,
what?
damn.
But I was gonna say, like, the only thing that can protect you from a man is a man. All jokes aside. All jokes aside, the only thing that can protect you from a man is a man. Sis, your gun is not gonna protect you. He got a gun too. Everybody got a gun. Come on, it's nothing you can do. It's just nothing you can do. You gotta understand, as a woman, you gotta understand that a man is mightier than you. Just in general. Like he said, a small man, a tall man, they stronger than women on average. You just can't defeat a man, sis. Stop thinking that. It's bad in America with that.
Men don't think like that.
Yeah, so I had the heart. But men, no. I'm not starting no problems with any man.
Hey,
Because you don't know what he got in his bag.
even big brothers, look, he a big brother. Even big brothers walk around with less pride than a woman.
Exactly.
They know even somebody my size or smaller can get you.
Hell yeah. Bro, this brother, you look at this brother like, look, this brother think he cool, man.
Yeah.
He got the locks with the gold glasses. Whoop that nigga do a 720 kick in public. Damn. You done messed up you messed with the wrong brother.
Or a chokehold or some
Yeah,
shit.
he
You
kill
can't
you,
get at it.
man. He kill you with his bare hands.
Sometimes men be doing stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't walk around in that spirit of pride, man.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Big bro. They know.
No, that's a fact though. You know what I'm saying? But it's also going back to the scripture, it says he must bind the strong man. What if the strong man's mind is already binding? You know what I'm saying? The door kicked down, he kind of looking at his wife because he's nervous now.
Call the police.
What should I do? He's looking at her because she the head. What should I do? And now she's panicking because women do not do well under pressure. Now, if you're a woman that does well under pressure, I'm not talking to you.
They exist.
They exist.
But we talking about averages, right?
On general, women do not do well under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Kick down the door. Now she's panicking, but he's panicking because she the head, and she panicking because he's supposed to be the head. And now they just both panicking, and ain't nobody strong, and ain't nobody trying to go out there and handle business. Well, damn, that's because you've been doubting this man this whole time. You've been slowly neutering this man. He's castrated. He's castrated to where now another man who's not castrated, who has the intention on harming everything in this house. That's just the facts. That's just what it is, right? So you got to understand that the next time your husband asks you to do something, instead of saying, can we do it this way or that way? Nah, not one. Bam. Simple. He ain't got to think about nothing or doubt nothing because he already know if he mess up, it's on him. He the head. You know that. Go ahead, King.
Women always want a strong, powerful husband to lead them. Give them your power then.
Yeah, there you go. He said, give him your power. Give your power.
Yeah.
You're supposed to give him the glory. You're supposed to give him your strength. That's the part of being one. You filter your strength through him.
Right.
That's what you do. Go ahead, capture.
Book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
For after this manner, in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Right, so we gotta see, we're gonna go back to it. We gotta see that the women of old subjecting themselves to their husbands and trusting in the Lord. Let's find out what else they did.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
Calling him Lord. Now, this is what I brought out last night. How many of our women would call their husbands Lord? They might do it in private, but are they gonna do it in public?
Uh-oh.
That's a whole different story, man. That's a whole different ballgame doing it. And Sister Walina jumped in there, bro. That was a beautiful, you know what I'm saying, she was going in on, because she was like, you know, she had growing up, she had a woman that actually, a friend that she knew doing that, and everybody looked at her strange. But that's a submissive, that's what's supposed to be. She's following after the footsteps of our foremothers. Mm-hmm. Where are our women? Our women, they're strange to if they seen our foremother today, our foremother would be like, who is that? That's not our people, right? And our women today would look at our foremothers and be like, what? Yeah. She a weak, submissive, pygmy woman. You know what I'm saying? They would just talk all kinds of nonsense to her, but this was a holy, honorable woman of old, man.
Right.
Yeah, I just had two things. One, if you called in public, if you said queen or princess or whatever, nobody will bat an eye. But
right.
She says that, and it's bad to you.
Right.
But also the thing before it, if somebody had a shirt that said men and women are not equal, all hell would break loose.
Yeah.
Women, you can really test a woman's pride, because it's not supposed. If Christ came to you and said, "Bow down to me," but if you did that to your woman,
You being prideful.
Right.
I'm prideful if I tell my wife to bow down.
Yeah.
it gets shaky.
I'm abusing my power.
Right.
That's what happened last time when we talked to Masterpiece. You remember? Because you was telling Masterpiece, she was like, this seems like we got to bow down to you. And I made the point, well, it was never a problem when you're getting married. When you get married and the man go bowing to his wife, nobody say nothing.
Nobody say nothing.
But he's telling you to submit. He didn't even say bow down. Now it's a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's something weird going on.
Right.
And it's not nothing weird.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah. What's going on here? But I wanted to grab this precept. It was actually going on what you just brought out. To read that.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously.
So this is talking about Christ, right? The context is talking about Christ. Come on.
It say, who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye are healed. For ye were as sheep going astray.
For ye were sheep going astray,
but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls.
but now ye are returned and to the shepherd and bishop of your souls, right? As we were sheep going astray, we returned back to the Lord. Read the next verse in the next chapter.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives.
Hold on.
Woo.
This is a letter. This wasn't broken up into chapters and verses back in the day.
Oh my God.
He said likewise. So like as you return to Christ, and like the bishop and shepherd of your souls, likewise what?
That's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
So he's letting you know right there. That was the second witness, that you're supposed to reverence and treat your husband. That was the second witness, that you were supposed to reverence and treat your husband as unto the Lord.
Wow.
He said, likewise, ye wives, do in the same manner, do the same thing unto your husband. And now, for you women out there who are like, why I gotta do that for my husband? Why did you even pick the nigga? You know, all I'm hearing is you got a sorry ass nigga that don't deserve to be worshipped. You got a man that doesn't deserve your submission. Some women will tell you that. Yeah. I need a man to come control me. No, you need to stop being a demon. That's all that is. Stop being a demon. Ain't no man want to do that. Yeah. It's been popular on the social media. Don't no man want to come home and argue and fight and struggle with you when you supposed to be submitting. Who the hell wants to do that? And then it's a big old surprise attack when you catch him sleeping with another woman. It's not a damn surprise attack. Anybody could have seen it. Anybody could have seen it coming. I was talking to my homie the other day, Old Testament brother, right? And he told me, if you sit there and you don't take care of your car all day, you don't change the oil on it, you don't do anything to it, then are you going to be mad when somebody else comes along and starts fixing the car up? Why you fixing my car? No, another woman finna come along and take care of that man. That's simple. This is not hard to understand. This ain't deep. This ain't trigonometry. Go ahead, King.
Also, now, you don't see too many Old Testament relationships fighting over a man having multiple wives. You don't see. I don't see it. I haven't seen it. So the understanding of it, and this is why it goes back into the value of a man. The man's value was always seen greater than the woman. So a woman wouldn't be arguing over a man about if he had more than one woman, more than one wife. A woman, there wasn't arguments about. As a matter of fact, they gave their husband their handmaiden to sleep with because they saw the value of that man greater than themselves. So this is why, first and foremost, it's important to be a man, not just any man, but an Israelite man. That's why it's so important that you bring value back into yourself, because you got to stand up and be a man, right? We are losing, our men in this world are losing the battle that it shouldn't even be a battle. It shouldn't even be a fight, man. If a man was to have another woman in his home, according to these scriptures, why is there even an argument if he is seen as God, our Lord, Christ? If he is seen as Lord, why is there even an argument? Why? Where is there?
Bring it out.
I'm serious. Let's talk about it. Because he is a man, whether he wanted to bring in another woman or not, man. Because let it be known, like I said again, and I'm going to keep saying it, if our Hollywood crush was to do that, guess what she going to say? You want something to eat? After that, you hungry, you thirsty? Because she sees that man's value greater than herself, man. That's just a fact. She's not going to trip if he has more than one. She's not going to trip. That's just a fact.
Stay there and keep getting taken care of.
Yeah.
These women that have exceptionally great jobs and make more than the husband, I feel bad for them. I really do, man. If you have like a software engineer and you make $200,000 a year, because a lot of times that money makes that pride with you. So you're better off. Honestly, you're better off giving all your money to your husband at the end of the day, because if you think that money is gonna outweigh, you guys argue. Okay, I'm taking a trip when he don't want you to take a trip. Like that money will.
That money is a value in a relationship, like Mom's talking about.
Good, brother. We see you been walking by. What you been hearing? How you been feeling about what we've been saying?
Saying over here?
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, I'm supporting you. It sounds like y'all preaching the Bible stuff. Y'all talking good stuff. I mean, shit, I'm supporting you. I don't know.
You from here? You from Tulsa?
Yeah, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay, cool. You ever heard about the Israelites?
The Israelites?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You ain't never heard about the Israelites? All right, so the Israelites are a group of people in the Bible. You're a fan of the Bible, right?
No, really.
Not really.
I mean, I pray. I got a relationship with God, but I ain't really a fan of the book.
Why not?
I don't know. I just never really got into it.
You just never got into it. Okay, that's understandable. Is there a reason why you haven't? Or what are your religious beliefs? if I may ask?
I mean, I believe in God for sure. I have my personal experiences and stuff, but as far as like the Bible and getting into it, it jumps around too much, and a lot of stuff don't add up to me. So it's just like I don't try to question it. I try to just build my own relationship with it, just my own understanding.
Okay, so I'm sorry for all the multitude of questions,
Are you good?
but you know, up here we do try to solve problems, right? So I do want to ask, what do you mean it jumps around and it kind of stuff don't add up? Like, do you have an example of that or not really?
Kind of like, oh no, like basically, I already know like you can't just read the Bible like a regular book. You don't basically, you're not going to go from page 1 to, to the end.
Right.
It's like, for the pages, it jumps around.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but as far as like, even like how they talk about Adam and Eve being like in the beginning of the, starting the world and all that,
right.
like starting the, humans and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Then again, they say Satan was once a spirit, he was an angel, he got like, he cast it down, etc. But like, so what really came first was Adam and Eve or Satan? I don't know, it's just like a lot of stuff to me just don't add up to the question of the process. So I'm in relation to the book or whatever, I just try to build my own relationship with it outside of all of that.
Okay, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but what you said was, they say Satan was the angel and he fell from heaven, this, that, and the third. I'm here to tell you right now, the Bible doesn't say that, right? A lot of what you hear comes from Greek mythology. I'm just be honest. A lot of Greek mythology, they mix the stories into the Bible. Like how they say hell is underground, Satan down there with a pitchfork. Man, that's Hades. Let's talk about it. That's Hades. That's Greek. See what I'm saying? So, but what you did isn't necessarily wrong, but what I will advocate is for you to pick up the Bible and just take your time with it and read it slow. You see what I'm saying? Because it got important stuff in there like this. Go to Ecclesiastes 12:13. It's got very important stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Because check this out. Check this out. The Most High God wants us to do certain things. How am I going to know what he wants me to do if I don't go to what he said? You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm kind of just out here like, I know he's real, but I kind of don't got a feeling about what he want me to do and what he not want me to do. I don't know. I'm just kind of going to wing it. It's problematic. Because the Most High God wants you to do certain things. So we just got to go in there and figure out what he wants us to do. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Do what?
And keep his commandments.
Do what?
And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
So the scriptures say, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Right? If it say that, and I don't pick up the book, I don't know what commandments he want me to keep. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of just like, I don't know. So that's why I'm saying pick it up, get into it, read it slowly. And the jumping around that you're speaking of is because this is a history book. This ain't no damn fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? It's not Harry Potter. It's a history book. All of these things is our history. It's records. So it's jumping in and out of history. You're going to read about ancient kingdoms, the Achaemenid Empire. You're going to read about the Persian and Medes. You're going to read about the Greeks. You're going to read about the Romans. But it's just a recorded history. You had a history book before in class. You've seen those history books. You can't read it like a regular book. You're not just reading that and then what's going on over here? You kind of flip over here. You don't know what's going on. You got to look at the images. You got to take your time. Oh, that's what that's talking. That happened in 1970. Okay, so this happened here. It's history.
Oh, this battle took place because of this.
Exactly.
You got to really study. So if you want to build that relationship up with the Creator, you really gonna have to study. Right, so I'm gonna show you this. This ain't a shot, but it is. You see what I'm saying? But anything we say, we can go into the scriptures and show you. And it's a lot of foundation you need. If you don't got the foundation, that relationship you're trying to build, it ain't gonna never be right. Like you got a woman. If the foundation ain't right, it ain't never gonna be right. What if she trying to make you her woman and she kind of want to be the man in the relationship? The foundation ain't never gonna be right. That relationship ain't never gonna be right. So the order, you know what I'm saying? So let me read this. This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. I'm going to this because you keep speaking on the relationship you got with God, right? This is important. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him. So this is how you know if you know the Most High. If we keep his commandments. He that saith I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. You understand what that means? If you say you got a relationship with the Father, but you don't keep his commandments, you don't listen to him, you don't obey him, he said you a liar. You don't got no relationship with me. You don't. So this is what the Bible says. So I see why a lot, this is what we see. When we go out and talk to people about the Bible, a lot of times they reject the scriptures, just like you. Tell me your name. All right, Trayvon. A lot of people reject the scriptures. A lot of people reject the Bible in totality. And usually it's because of Christianity. And when you spoke on things not making sense, it's usually from this teaching, from Catholicism and Christianity. They do a poor job at teaching the scriptures. That's right. They probably didn't even tell you what Christ looked like. They probably didn't even show you in the scriptures, Revelation chapter 1, that Christ looked like us. They ain't show you that the angels look like us. They ain't tell you that God got woolly hair. They ain't tell you what the rainbow really represents. They ain't tell you that you was a Hebrew Israelite. They ain't tell you that Moses is your forefather. King David, your forefather. And they look like us. They ain't tell you that your homeland is Israel. They ain't tell you none of these things. They ain't tell you why you got put on ships and came to America and ended up being a slave. So white people, they ain't tell you that. But it's all in this book because it's your history. They didn't teach you the Bible. They taught you a religion. But if you read the Bible through the lens it's supposed to be read from, you're not going to ever say nothing that you said earlier. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Go ahead.
All right, so this is Proverbs 3, verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Like you just said, you lean into your own understanding. But that's because all those points you made, like he just said, are Christian doctrines. So this is Psalms 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. So the Christian church has failed us because they literally teach you to stay away from the first step of understanding. That's why everything is out of order.
That's why it's going to grab Isaiah 5 and 20. Grab Isaiah 5 and 20. I think that's what I want.
What is it?
I ain't got it. I just know it's there. Something telling me it's there. Yeah, boom.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
So the Bible says, destruction unto them that call evil good and good evil.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
So this is letting us know that in the future times, these things are going to take place, right? Like homosexuality. They now call it what? Good. When back then it was evil. According to God, it's evil. That's what's going on. So you got to watch out for that. How do we know that? You got to be in this book.
Right.
You got to be in the book. We got to know exactly what is good and what is evil to go to the good and to shun the evil. You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate it, bro. You be easy, bro. Trayvon. But Sirach 26 and 26. Y'all always said, women, you can't get away. They thought we was done. You can't get away. Yeah.
Hey, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 21. Verse 23. Sirach 3 and 23. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. A lot of times, an evil suspicion of the book overthrows them actually reading the book and getting the understanding of the book and getting their spirit quickened. All because of evil suspicion. You got the brother sincerely probably want to have a genuine relationship with the Father, but because of Roman Catholicism,
Right.
Christianity, Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Norse mythology, he don't even want to read the oracles of the Most High. He don't even know the first step to beginning that relationship with the Most High. False doctrines, it overthrew his judgment, and now he don't know where the truth is. So Lord willing, the seed that was planted today take root at a later time. I yield.
God, you know what we actually finna get into? We finna get into Timothy when it's talking about the women with Artemis. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
We're finna
I'm
get into
trying to see if
that.
I can get that article. I
Yeah.
need it. I'm gonna try and get it.
It's good to have. I'll say that.
Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it.
We're gonna find it. Go to read that Sirach 26.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26, and verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
The scriptures say a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. Y'all be trying to, all praises, y'all be trying to get it another way.
Right.
Like Christ said, you trying to climb up another way. It ain't about you flipping through the precepts. It ain't about you being cold and you the sister that kind of get through there and she good with counsel and she got a garden. Nah, it ain't about that. Read that one more time.
A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
So the woman that honors her husband is gonna be judged wise over all. That's how you get it. They got a different mission than we got. You gotta honor your husband, and you will be judged wise over all. Go ahead.
So, like you said, you trying to climb up some other way. That ain't no woman's role to get out there and I can come stand on the line too, and you can't do that. That's not where your power lies. That's not your lane.
Good point. When the scriptures talk about the elders at the gates in Proverbs 31, it didn't say nothing about the women elders at the gates spitting parables, getting into the wisdom, giving good judgment and sound reasoning. That's not what's going on.
Yeah.
The counselors of the kings wasn't the wise women at the gates.
Right.
That's not what it was.
That ain't what the people want.
That's not what it was. But let's finish this precept out though.
It say, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
It says, but she that dishonoreth her husband through what? Through pride. Read that one more time, but slower.
It say, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride.
That's funny. Women, as soon as you try to correct a woman, you know what she gonna pull? You being prideful. You got an ego thing. It's a this, it's a that. It's toxic. No, you actually the one in pride right now. You in the midst of pride. You don't want to take correction. Simple. You in the midst of pride. As the scriptures say, you dishonored him in your pride. This ain't deep. Anytime a woman is out of role, out of order, whatever, it's going to be through pride.
So
Go ahead.
So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, your power ain't that. Like, a man don't desire to have a woman to do the things that a man can do. Let him do all the things that a man's supposed to do. Where your power lies in, you need to figure out how you can be helpful to this man. That's how you gonna get the most out of your man. Don't come in there. Nobody want no smarty pants wife that's pulling out and she breaking down Revelation and doing all of this.
Hey, she ain't there breaking down Revelation, but she ain't took a simple commandment.
Yeah.
Babe, can you vacuum the room?
You want some dinner?
Yeah.
She trying to
Yeah. Well, hold on, brother. What about Proverbs? Niggas just got off of 12. Can I have a burger or something? Ain't no home cooked meal. That's the thing. They always want us to fulfill our position. We always got to be the ones to, and which is fine. We always got to be the ones to provide.
Right.
That's fine. You got to help though. I don't know if anybody told you that. That's what the scriptures say.
They're like, why you
Help
created?
me. That's what I have to tell my wife that constant. And what was you created for? What's your role? Help me. And so that means you supposed to help me? Yeah.
Cats out the bag.
Don't mean whatever I need help with. Bam, that's my wife. Help me. Go ahead.
And don't do this weird stuff where you point at another man's wealth to bring down your man. or don't try to point the finger on another man's lifestyle with his wife than to put down your husband. Because you should look at, if you saw another man that's doing better than your man, you should be like, what can I do to my man to help him get there? If that's getting all your cook, come on, stop. If you gotta get it, check me out, right? I'm thinking this.
He giving y'all gems on how to be a good wife.
Stop comparing yourself, your man, to another man. Just stop doing that, right? He's your rock star. He's your world. And trust in God, because you go and commit adultery and bringing wickedness into the house or doing all these things are just gonna make the Most High not want to bless you. So just as we want to be blessed, we want to go fast, we want to go lock in, you have to do that same energy with your husband. Don't let other people's success take from your household. That's it.
Nigga be wrong if he came on and was like, damn, her ass bigger than yours. Am I wrong? Nigga wrong if he come in and say her bosom is her bosom is comely.
Hey, she's a little more comely than yours.
Yeah.
She look better than you.
Yeah. Her hair kind of longer than yours.
That's madness.
That's what we got to deal with. Brothers got to deal with that though. Brothers got to deal with, looking at another man and she constantly talking about he got this and he got that and what they got going on and what they got rocking on. Cool. All right, cool. Let's make it even.
No, what we got to deal with is you telling your wife something and her not listening, and then another man bringing it out a year later and her doing it.
Yeah. And she kind of getting down with it.
Now she understanding it.
That'll make you so salty.
That
No,
make
he
you
said
mad.
it makes sense now.
She'll feel some type of way if that happened with a woman though. Yeah. Your wife tell you, you doing this, that, and the third. He kind of don't listen. Another woman come around. God forbid, a white woman. Oh God. Oh, so you just gone. Okay. My bad. I mean, that's a fact.
I had a counsel.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
She'll be down for the count. She'll be gasping for air.
A white woman will talk to you all nice and stuff. Hey, King.
Yeah.
You look
Hey, my
amazing.
black king.
And now you listen.
Oh, hey, my black king.
And then, yeah. And then a man listen. And it's always a question. My wife always asks me that, why it's got to be the white girl. Well, damn, babe. For the record, I'm not into white women. I don't have a white wife. I don't have a white girlfriend. But
That's how it's supposed to be.
Dang.
That value, man.
That's
Bringing
crazy.
back that value. And it starts with understanding.
Make
All
women
that
great
I'm
again.
getting, get that understanding.
I said, make women great again.
Make women great again. Right.
That's
That's a good
crazy.
one. That's a good one.
That's crazy.
That's a
a
good one.
dangerous campaign.
We have a sign that says, make women great again.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey.
Taiwan, you gotta preach that.
So this is Proverbs 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. So if you doing what you're supposed to do, being obedient and standing in your role, he won't need nothing else. You may be the reason that causes him to think he needs another wife.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I've ran.
Bring it out.
He said, "Bring it out."
I brought this out last night. So like, just on the phone, just the lack of understanding in our like we are in the age of the internet, information. We know that, and if we just tallied up all of the good and bad in a polygamy relationship, the good will outweigh the bad.
Right.
For sure.
It's just a fact. The only thing that's stopping, the only thing that's standing in the way is the pride of she might be better than me. But then you have, like I was trying to find that video again where the lady, she said, I wish I had done this a long time ago. She states that she wished she had brought her friend into her relationship with her husband a long time ago because of how beautiful it is. She got friendship, She got sisterhood. They have more money. She's just pinpointing all of these beautiful facts that we need. We need to be more established as a community of people, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Israelites, man.
Go to 1 Timothy chapter 2. Go ahead.
One thing that polygyny gonna do, it's gonna put your whole family in a situation where they have to grow. And if you got certain spirits on you that's not in concordance with the Most High, it's gonna be exposed. Pride gonna get exposed. Selfishness gonna get exposed. Jealousy gonna get exposed. Hatred gonna get exposed.
Yeah.
Order gonna get exposed. Submission, everything gonna get exposed. You can't hide it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
put the heat to it.
Insecurity gonna get exposed.
Yeah, you just put the heat to it. This ain't a new problem, right? This ain't a new problem. Paul and them was dealing with it back then. This is Paul's advice to Timothy. You got that article?
Yes, I do.
We're gonna get into this article too. Let's read that.
1 Timothy 2 what?
We're gonna start at verse 9.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. And like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
So when we read in Paul in Christianity, Paul is the law. Paul is the Most High God.
Right.
Paul is Jesus Christ.
He's everything, right?
But when we get here, oh no, but that's not what Paul's saying. Paul didn't mean it like that. He wasn't talking, and Paul was not. Come on, play it both sides.
Right.
Play it both sides. How you been playing it?
Right. Be fair.
Be fair with it. Don't try to pick and choose now.
Right.
We understand what Paul giving is wisdom. We understand that. This is wisdom. It's not the Torah. It's not Christ's words, and it's not the Most High God's words. He's a wise man. We understand that. But y'all put Paul so high, but then when he say something against women, oh no. See what to save your female pastor? See what Paul was actually talking about, brother. Now you got to deal with a neutered man. See what Paul was actually going into, brother, was nah, don't play it like that. This is what Paul was saying. Paul want these women to do what? Read that one more time.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
You adorn yourself in modest apparel. There's a whole lot of Christians out here who are not adorning themselves in modest apparel. Right? I mean, it's shameful, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
But which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
With good works. Adorn yourself with good works.
Exactly.
You see them women having a fashion show, basically a fashion show in church. Right? They doing what are they do? Dancing and twerking, and they ain't read that part.
Hey,
They ain't read that part.
Mars is about women in the church. Pull that article up. Right. Women in the church, talking about drop it low for Jesus.
Go.
Put on a whole performance.
When the hell Jesus ever say that? When it's actually funny, you come to find out Christ didn't deal with women like that. He talked to one woman. He said, "Go get your husband."
Right.
Well, brother, you see, and then look, they got to do this. Well, brother, you see, when Christ did that, brother, he was testing her faith, brother. Nigga, he said, "Go get your husband." That's what that was. Faith testing in that. Go grab your husband. Oh, you can't. It's probably because you have 5 of them.
Right.
Cut cats out the bag. Oh, damn. Which one?
He's a prophet.
Right. He said he's a prophet.
She perceived that he was a prophet.
Right.
His brother's a prophet.
Just, surely no man knoweth I have 5 husbands. That's madness. But it's the reason Paul is bringing this out, because in the midst of the chapter, you see Paul wasn't talking about women at all. But then it came up out of nowhere. And it's like, when you don't know what's going on in history, you kind of not going to understand why Paul's bringing this out. Timothy was over the church in where? Ephesus.
There we go.
Timothy was the bishop in Ephesus. There's a lot of stuff going on in Ephesus.
Right.
When you read about Ephesus, you can read about it in Acts, where they talking about Lady Diana. Who's Lady Diana? Diana is Artemis, I believe. When you get into your history about Artemis is a Greek goddess and she was actually worshipped because she was strong. And when you go into their religion or their cult that follow Artemis, it was a woman-led religion.
Yep.
That's what it was. This ain't new. This is not new stuff. This is not new. This has all been here before. It was a woman-led religion. And they had a lot going on, and then we finna get that in this article. Let's grab it.
So this source is Katarmas. How you say that? Katarmas.com. Yeah, check that out.
Katakata.com.
Right.
Check that out. So basically, she's going to go over, or he, whoever wrote in the source, why does Paul tell women to shut it in 1 Timothy chapter 2, which we just read. So there's a lot of cultural context that you got to know on why Paul is speaking like this, right? So we're going to read the article. It says, 1 Timothy 2, the foundation of most debates concerning women in ministry. It is here where Paul tells women to shut it. Why does he do it? Well, let's back up for a second, as a lot of critical issues go into this text, including literary context, grammar, history, culture. I love to go into each of these, but for the sake of time, I'll specifically focus on cultural context.
That's it. Cultural context and history. It's what you got to get into when you're reading the scriptures and you're reading the Bible. You have to get into these things or you're not going to know what's going on. You read in Timothy, you're going to be like, why the hell did he just bring this out?
That came left field. Why did he tell women to shut up in the church?
Yeah, you got to remember, these are real men living real lives in a real city. This was real stuff. They're walking around in Ephesus. You go to Acts 19? Go to Acts 19 real quick, and we're going to start this. It's the reason why Paul had mentioned not with costly array. When you get into the scriptures, yeah, when you get into the scriptures with Diana, you'll see that the cult of Diana was a rich cult, essentially. So they wanted to show themselves that they were rich and that they followed Diana. And if you look up an image of Diana, you'll see that she has her hair braided in a certain fashion, and you can kind of imagine it. Our women having their hair braided and they got the gold right there, and it's a clique of women walking up, chins high as hell, and they kind of just flaunting their stuff because they worship Diana. And also don't forget you got something called syncretism, where they mix religions, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But grab Acts 19. I didn't tell you where to go, huh? Acts 19:24.
The book of Acts, chapter 19, verse 24. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen.
That brought no small gain. They made shrines unto Diana, and they was making chips off of serving and worshiping Artemis. This is why they had a problem when Paul and them came. Let's keep reading.
It says, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation, and said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia.
So not alone just in Ephesus, that's the heart of it. Shit, this stretching out. We going large with it. We get big with it. Throughout all Asia, this is something new. There's a Greek goddess that's being served and upheld higher than the men, than Zeus, than all that. This is a woman, so it's a big deal. Go ahead.
Quick point. When you go into Artemis and Diana in Roman religion, goddess of wild animals and the hunt, identified with the Greek goddess Artemis. So you kind of, when you're dealing with Roman mythology and Greek mythology, Aharon is more versed in this, so he can go into it deeper. But you'll have the same god with a different name. That makes sense? Like Artemis and Diana.
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same thing. It's just different languages. They're the same people. I mean, they just Yeah, but let's keep reading.
You like it?
Start at verse 26.
Verse 26. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods, which are made with hands.
So you got Paul hitting the scene saying, man, Diana, she's not a god. This is an idol. They're made with hands. Look, you can see it's a smithman right there. You went up to him and bought your god. And people like, damn, I did just buy my god. Damn. And they kind of putting it away, and you kind of got some men serve Diana as well. You got some men walking away from it, and you got a lot of women walking away from it, but it was still a big thing in Ephesus. That's why he went there to speak on such. Come on.
It says, so that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship it.
Diana's so big, it says whom all Asia and the world worship it. This was a big deal. Let's finish this out. Last verse 28.
And when they heard these things, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, great is the Diana of the Ephesians.
So, get into that story. You know what I'm saying? Get into Acts and read about that story and read about that account. This is how we know this is lining up with Timothy, because Timothy was set over the church in Ephesus. So they're dealing with stuff in Ephesus. So this is why Paul is saying, hey, don't adorn yourself with costly apparel. Don't adorn yourself with braided hair, but adorn yourself with modesty, with godliness unto the Most High, right? Let's get back to this article.
Bear with me. All right, cool. Diving into cultural context, it says Timothy, whom we ascribe as the recipient of this letter, hence the title, right? So Timothy is a letter written to Timothy over the church of Ephesus by Paul. It says, was the leader of the church at Ephesus. Location is important within the cultural context. As we all know, for example, a letter addressed to a church in Los Angeles, California, would be very different in cultural climate compared to a letter written to a church in Macamba, Mozambique, or even the difference between a letter written to a huge city in LA from a letter written to a small town or rural church in Oregon. So basically, they're just giving you the breakdown on cultural context. The letter that's written to this big church in LA, it would be different. They'd be talking about different things compared to a small town in Oregon, a small church in Oregon. So a little bit about Ephesus. Ephesus was the capital of the province of Asia. One of the main things it was known for was its devotion to the goddess Artemis. Her temple came in second in regard to the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was 4 times the size of the Pantheon in Athens. Many people would travel from all over the world to Ephesus to pay their respects to the goddess, as well as learn about the origin of life. On top of this, many people's incomes revolved around Artemis worship, as we can see in the narrative of Acts 19, verse 26 through 28.
So he's touching on the same thing. Many people came to see Artemis. She came, her temple came second in the great wonders, the great world wonders. She was a big deal. You got to think about this during the height of Roman customs. She was a big deal, and our people were where? In the heart of it. In Ephesus. We had churches set up there. We had churches set up in Smyrna. We had a church in damn Babylon, I believe Peter wrote to. Our people are still scattered in these areas. So how do we deal with it? Hey, look, I'm going to tell you how to go deal about this, because I know that your women have a problem with kind of serving her. Here's how you deal with that. I'm going to show you. Let's keep reading.
Verse 27 even states the whole province of Asia, indeed, the entire civilized world worshipped her. In the Acts narrative, the city silversmith who generated a ton of profit by making silver models of Artemis temple became angry with Paul because he had been going around saying the gods made by human hands weren't actually a thing. That's a cut to people who say that Paul was really just teaching against the Torah. You know what I'm saying? He was telling niggas not to go in idolatry.
That's Torah.
Right? Reading on, it says, this led to a citywide riot that forced Paul out of Ephesus. The angry mob of people chanted for 2 whole hours, great is Artemis of the Ephesians. Clearly, as we see within the scripture itself, Artemis was a really big deal. So what was this Artemis cult all about? So now we're going to start learning some of the things about the Artemis cult. You know what I'm saying? That music is terrible. That just, I got to keep the scriptures rolling because that was madness. Okay, and anyways, let's deal with something that actually means something.
Right. We all thought the same thing too.
So what was this Artemis cult all about? Well, first of all, Artemis cult was female-led. Artemis cult was what? Female-led. What the Bible say in Numbers 27:16? Let a man rule over the congregation of the Lord.
That's right.
It says Artemis was believed to be the mother goddess, the source of life, the one who nourishes all creatures, and the power of fertility in nature.
So she was the goddess of fertility, nature, you know, hunting, all kinds of stuff, right? Because when you deal with these Roman and Greek gods, they're a god. They're not just a god over just one thing, right? You got like a god over wine and grapes and berries, and you got a god over wind and lightning and thunder, and you got another god that's over making armor, and he makes a blacksmith. You know what I'm saying? So you got your gods over certain things. You got a god over love and this, that, and that. So she was a god over a couple of things, right? And one of them was fertility, right? A lot of women would pray to Diana for fertility. That's a big deal. Women actually cared about being fertile back then. Let me just put that out there. But
Instead of going to Yahweh, they would go to Artemis.
They would go to Artemis.
And instead of the big thing about the whole polygamy, you know how we argue about a man having more than one wife. That was one of the arguments back in the old times, was can they have a child? That was they wanted to they cry and mourn, like you see that happening in the scriptures of our women crying and mourning because they didn't have children. They wanted children. It wasn't because their husband had another woman. But just to throw that in.
No, you good. Let's keep reading.
All right. And the power of fertility in nature, maidens turned to her as the protector of their virginity. Barren women sought her aid, and women in labor turned to her for help in childbearing. It was believed that Artemis was the child of Zeus and Leto, and the sister of Apollo. Artemis came to be called the goddess of the childbearing because she helped her mother deliver her twin brother. She also sought the company of a human male partner instead of her own kind, thus making Artemis and the rest of her female adherents superior to men.
So how would you know this if you don't go and study it? The scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. A lot of people like to just start off in Paul. You thought it was sweet. Well, no, Paul, a little deeper than what you thought. You got to go back. You got to do some research. You got to study. You got to see what's going on in this time. You got to read Acts. You got to take it slow. Don't just jump into something and then, and as soon as you disagree with something, I don't feel like he's saying that.
Right.
I don't feel like he's saying that, because we know that Jesus Christ, right? And, bro, for real. And, male nor female.
What did Peter say? And they twist and rest with Paul's letters to their own destruction.
Right.
That's what happens. That's what happens. And then you end up twisting Paul through what? Through your feelings.
Yeah.
That's simply it. Neutered men do it all the time, and women do it all the time.
Can I touch on this point just so everybody on the same page? So, Artemis chose to deal with a regular mortal man as a partner, and that's what makes her superior to men, because she's a so-called god. Y'all following? Right. So this is a part of their sect and they cult. So this is part of the reason why Paul telling them to shut the hell up, because they're going around like they're more superior than men. That makes sense? All right, let's read on. It says, thus making Artemis superior to men because of the belief of female superiority. The Artemis cult also taught that evil was brought forth by man.
They taught that evil was brought forth by man, through man. Check this out though. You wouldn't know that. You holding Timothy? Check this out. Let's read this.
Bring it up.
We're going to jump down to verse 13.
You're gonna be wondering why Paul's saying what he's saying.
Yeah, why does he just say this out of nowhere? Actually, start at 11, then read down.
The book of Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11.
Bring it up.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
What the hell? What the hell you talking about Adam for? Why you bring up Adam? You said that, for Adam. All right, well, let's just keep reading. Let's see if it makes sense.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Well, damn, what? We was just talking about that man, hold on. Look, at the very top of it says, I exhort therefore that first of all, supplications, prayers, you keep on reading, for this is good and acceptable in the sight of the Lord God. For there is one God and one mediator between God and... How the hell we get down to Adam and Eve was the one that was deceived?
He had to touch on those topics. Shalom.
So you got to get into the history to understand this. And remember, I told y'all to remember about syncretism. It's when what? When you mix two religions. You mix two religions. So the religion of Artemis started to get intertwined with the Hebrew religion, to where now Adam was the one that was deceived and Eve wasn't.
Yeah.
Now you have confusion. Come on.
This is Sirach 25, verse 24.
Bring it up.
Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
That's what we know.
Right.
You mix a little bit of this Artemis in here, though. Well, nah, brother. Artemis, because look, when you look at it, and niggas trying to line shit up, when you look at it, brother, because look, boom. Artemis said right here, and then this said right here, and then, through, it was the man's fault.
Yeah.
Paul gotta, go ahead.
So like that's when people will come to you, see, I believe in it, but this is really how it went.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell you, see, Adam wasn't first.
Yeah.
Eve was first.
Eve was first. Where do we all come from, brother? That's all I'm saying. And then the nigga he just walk away like he dropped the mic or something.
Right.
Then he tell you to meet him at Diana's temple. At
Yeah. Yeah.
and learn more.
Well, brother, all babies come through the matrix, brother, right? I'm just saying, brother. I'm just saying, no. That's madness. That's why Paul had to go back and tell Timothy, hey, don't forget, it was Eve who was deceived in the beginning, not Adam. She was the one that transgressed in the beginning, not Adam.
So what Paul doing? Cutting down doctrine.
That's what he's doing.
That's it. Cutting down doctrine, because you got these women coming into the church. They coming into the church, but they shit kind of to the sky. Well, Lady Diana, and they got the book, they got the Bible. Well, look, when you look through here, why is it always speaking about man? Because man be the one messing up. I'm just saying, sis. No, this is why Paul told Timothy. Go ahead, you want to make a point?
I'm just saying they got that new thing out like, would you rather have a bear in the forest or a man? Crazy. It's a bunch of folly.
Yeah.
And a lot of women are saying, I'd rather have a bear. I'd rather meet a bear. A bear don't have logic for one. He's going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
They said that till it's there.
They would rather, just to show you how bad men are, they're showing us that women would rather choose a bear than a man.
Yeah.
That shit's so stupid.
It is very bad.
That shit is so stupid. The bears in the way, they like,
They've been coming with this doctrine, though. This ain't nothing new. We reading about it in the scriptures. They was dealing with this problem back in the church. Women coming in. This is why Paul said, no, they quiet. Let them be in subjection to a man. Quiet. Paul ain't meeting them with, well, Timothy, you kind of got to deal with them with meek words, brother. No. Tell them to zip lip and be in subjection. Don't have none of that doctrine nonsense in my church. If they don't want to be there, they can get the hell out. That's what he telling Timothy. But we can keep reading on this article.
Reading on, it says, reading on, Now that we have a bit of background, let's take a look at the message at hand. In the same way, I want women to enhance their appearance with clothing that is modest and sensible, not with elaborate hairstyles or gold pearls or expensive clothes, that they should make themselves attractive by doing good, which is appropriate for women who claim to honor God. A woman should learn quietly with complete submission. I do not allow a woman to teach or to control a man. Instead, she should be a quiet listener. Adam was formed first, and then Eve. Adam wasn't deceived, but rather his wife became the one who stepped over the line because she was completely deceived. But women will be brought through safely through childbirth if they both continue in faith, love, and holiness together with self-control. And that's 1 Timothy 2:9-17. I'm not sure what translation she used on it, but she's going through the account, right? It says, while non-egalitarians use this passage to promote male hierarchy, most don't comment much on the last verse concerning childbearing, as it makes absolutely no sense without proper cultural context.
So they're talking about the last point where it just says, and they shall be saved through childbearing, right? He's making the point. Most people don't touch on that because it don't make no damn sense. He was saying that egalitarians, they touch on it. Egalitarians touch on this point to promote the masculinity movement type deal, but the bottom portion is kind of commonly missed. Doesn't make sense. Nobody kind of understands it or gets it, right? Because it is weird. But don't forget, Artemis is the goddess of what? Fertility. So this is the grip that these women will have on our women's minds. Well, you know if you go back, if you leave Lady Diana, you won't be able to bear children. You won't be able to have children. They're going to be fertile. Or you're going to have a child and it's going to come out messed up. Remember that. Diana see everything. I'm just saying that was a stronghold on our people's minds. This is how we know that this is how we know. If anybody ever tell you that the Hebrews were monotheists, it's not true at all. That's not true at all. We did not just only believe in one God. That's not true. We believe in an amalgamation of gods. We knew that these gods was out there, but we worshipped and served one God.
That's right.
Because we see them having troubles right now, like, but if I go over here and serve Yahweh, I'm scared because Diana's going to make this happen and make that. Oh, this is why Paul has said that at the very last end. Grab that last verse.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
So Paul is letting them know, hey, you continue in the things you're supposed to continue in, faith, sobriety, charity, love. You continue in these things, being a daughter of Sarah, you're going to be able to bear children, and it's going to be safe. It's not going to be a problem. It's nothing going to go wrong. You're going to be good. Just leave that place. But you got to imagine that stronghold that was on our people, the stronghold on our women's minds. They thought of themselves highly back then. How much more being in Babylon? Bro, here's how crazy it is. It's exactly the same thing. What they were dealing with in Ephesus, they were dealing with Edomites, dealing with hella confusion, and mixing stuff up. The Romans were really gay. Right. And then you got the women trying to, come above the man. Uh-oh, what's going on today? You got the white man, Edomites. They're really gay, right? There's a lot of confusion. And you got the women trying to what? Lift themselves up above the man. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's not different. It's not different. Right. So this is why the scriptures say that, through the scriptures we have patience and hope. Right. We can look back to it and find the answers on how not to go do what we used to do. We've already dealt with the white man before. We've already been there. We've done that. And when we followed his ways, we ended up in captivity. Just got to change it up. But I just wanted to touch on that, Timothy. You got something? Or you wanted to keep reading on this article? Is it more on there?
No, she basically just going into yeah, basically, it's a little bit more culture context, but we kind of touched on both things.
You know what I'm saying? It was a female-led cult, and they were trying to distort the scriptures through their religion, and that the woman was above the man, and this and that and the third, and Paul is saying, no, that's not what it is. You got some men today who misuse that scripture as well, too. You know, one time we had a young sister in the chat asking questions. Brother came in there throwing out precepts. You need to listen to your husband. He trying to throw all of this out there. Like, hold on, but you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what's going on.
Oh, you talking about we was teaching live, and a sister came and she asked us a genuine question in the comments. And he started pulling out the dagger saying, shut up. Quiet. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
He pulled out 1 Timothy 2. So let the women keep silence in the church.
No question.
Brother, relax.
You don't even know what was happening in that church to be speaking like that.
You know what's going on.
She genuinely just want to know the answer to her question. You don't even know she got a husband or not. You ain't been here long enough. What brother didn't know is the sis was like 13.
What bro didn't know was her parents aren't in the truth. What bro didn't know was when Paul said, let the women keep silence in the churches, he must not have understood that if a woman doesn't have a head, she doesn't have a father, she doesn't have a husband, her head is the church.
That's right.
Come listen to the Bible. Slow down, brother.
Yeah. I sent the video to my rib the other day with Bishop Nathaniel. He was going over. Wives, if you have a husband, in your eyes, we do not supersede your husband. Do not ask us anything.
I saw that.
Do not ask me anything. You ask your husband, and if he doesn't know, he'll ask the officers over him. If they don't know, they'll bring it to me.
Yep.
That's the order. You don't ask me anything. Women, if you don't have a husband, you ask the elder sisters above you. They'll ask their husbands. If they don't know, they'll ask the men, and it'll just get escalated.
That's good order.
That's order. But you don't come to me. You wanna know why? Because as soon as a woman comes to the man who's supposedly in charge, as soon as a woman go there, she automatically just took that power away from her husband.
That's what I was gonna say.
Instantly just demoted him. Nah, well, Bishop is over you.
This is what he said.
Damn.
Now he's running that house.
Yeah, why you didn't marry Bishop then?
Now he's running that house.
You know how much rage will fill your body if your woman came in with that spirit? What this brother said is they go like this.
Yeah. That's man, and this is what I teach. I teach this all the time. Yeah. I teach this all the time that females, if you're in a relationship, you cannot have a male friend, and here's why. If you have a male friend or a best friend, whatever the case may be, and his opinion ends up in your man's house, it's going to be a problem.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a
It
problem.
ain't even just that. You know, a woman being around other women make them more feminine.
Yeah.
Just imagine if a woman is around a bunch of men, what's she gonna start doing? What's she gonna start doing? Doing what the guys do.
Yep.
That's true.
That's what she's gonna do. But if she's around a bunch of women, she's gonna start acting more feminine.
Yep.
Just nature.
It's just nature.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be on.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you again, if another man's opinion ends up in my house, there's going to be some huge problems. It's almost okay to let your father's opinion in because he raised you, but even still, that's shaky. But another man in general but Ricky said, hold on, wait. Ricky taking care of you? Real quick, is Ricky taking care of you? Do Ricky get up in the middle of the night when you scared? But somehow his opinion is valued the same as mine, and he does nothing for you. That's not fair.
Yes, is he your Lord?
Yeah. That's not fair. How is this man's opinion equal or more higher than mine when I do more for you? Ricky's just a random nigga, by the way. But Ricky don't do anything for you. Lil Ray. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that value though, she sees you, she would see a man as equal to him, to her. That's why she's gonna do that. Because she not following the order of the Most High God. Because if she was following the order of the Most High God, your value would be up here. You are Christ to her.
Yep.
You are Christ to her. So she's not going to take another man's opinion because that's all she needs. You running the show. If it falls, it's your responsibility. If it becomes blessed, it's you too.
It's you too.
It's all on you. You are the strength of the home.
Quick point. This is why it's problematic for a woman to have previous partners, because she's bringing those previous partners' ideals, morals, characteristics, mindset, values into her marriage.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You said problematic?
Problematic.
Man, what's
Sin,
that?
it's going to be a big problem.
I know.
You her Lord, but she's still
Right.
got
Carrying
the
those ideas and beliefs.
how he kind of ran the household.
Yeah.
She think it should be that way.
I like how he did it like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron John.
She got multiple
It
lords.
was like this.
Well, me and Buddy did it. I don't give a damn how you with me, buddy.
She
What
kind
you
of
talking
preparing
about?
your dinner. How he like.
Oh man.
That's,
And
hey, listen,
What's that?
That's when
uh-uh.
you know work, man.
That's madness.
Ain't gonna work.
Look, I don't like
You
it.
don't even know
I
she
don't
making
care.
his eggs.
Hey,
She
that's
still making eggs for
Hey,
him.
I'm like, hey, this her sign. I don't care. Look, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Let
This
him
brother
make his
like
own
it.
eggs.
Yeah.
He's good.
What I say?
He said, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I
crazy
like that.
though. My show is just
Hey, all the brothers gonna go home, man. Why you make it like that?
Yeah.
what the hell?
Who taught you any other answer than your dad? It's a problem.
Where you learn
Yeah.
You learned that, bro.
If you didn't learn this from your father, it's a problem.
oregano?
He said oregano. When you start doing that?
Nutmeg? You getting Jamaican? Who's
What
the
we
picture
on?
mic, nigga?
Why
Right.
you like sweet potatoes so much?
Yeah. You know what I got? What you always notice is you put a lot of honey on your stuff. Why?
What's that about?
Well, when I used to be with Ricky. Huh? Ricky puts you on honey? What? That's madness. Hey, you see how riled up the brothers getting?
I don't like that at all.
Brothers getting riled
I
up.
don't like that
So
at all.
why we got smoked peppers?
He said, so why we got-
Everything's going.
Yeah.
What is this?
Hey.
We only using water.
That was crazy. Hey, we ain't doing this.
He genuinely liked it that way, but he got to change it up now. We doing it my way.
Everything gotta go.
Tartar sauce. Everything.
That's funny, but and genuinely, you should want that,
Why you
right?
sitting in the dark?
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah. This is a problem. You should want your husband to be like that over you. The reason why is because men are territorial.
Yeah, man.
If he didn't care about you, he wouldn't get territorial over you. You're only territorial over the things that belong to you and over the things that you value. If somebody, these shoes right here, these ain't no good looking shoes, right? Somebody throw these shoes away, not gonna really care.
Right.
It's like, damn, brother, my shoes, but nah, it's whatever. I don't really care. I don't really value that much. But my good shoes, damn dog, what you doing with those? Be careful with those.
It's still the principle that they mind.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's
like, hey,
off tops. It still is a principle, you know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot more mercy and grace is going to be shown, and you know, because you value them less. What about your damn lawnmower shoes? Brother accidentally throw them away. Damn, I thought they was trash. You good? You damn sure didn't think that these Nikes over here was trash though. You touched these was sparkling in the corner. What's up with them? No, don't put your hands on them. You gonna crease them up. You know how brothers get about their shoes. I literally, you see, I put a sock right here. Yeah, I throw a sock right there so they don't crease, and so that, that's because he value those. He's territorial over what's his. How much more is woman? A woman you don't care about. We see this all the time. She ain't mine. She the team's. She ain't mine. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. I'll throw her to you.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's how it's going down in the world.
That's how you want to be treated?
Passing her around. You don't care about it.
That's how you want to be treated? No. So you should like it when your man does get defensive. Oh, but no, you know what they like to call it? He's insecure. He's insecure.
narcissist too.
Woman, you've been penetrated by multiple men. What are you talking? I am insecure. What do you mean? I got with you because you cheated on Buddy.
there ever a good time to be insecure? I just want to know that.
Right.
When is the best time to be one?
He said, when is the
That's when
best
I'm gonna
time?
start being.
Hey, that was a joke, but
You know,
That's
real
real.
quick.
Hell yeah.
You know,
got a lot of stuff to think about and deal with, man.
Obviously, you should never be insecure. If that's the case, like you said, hey, you don't have no value to me.
Right.
You have no value because I don't care no more. Hey, I did. Hey, listen.
Good.
That's a very good point.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's a very good point. He kind of let me hold the microphone. I'm not really.
Cook.
I'm holding.
You were supposed to.
I'll say what he was saying. I had something on that. But look, it's just like if, for example, the other pair of shoes that you do treasure, that you do value, them is your shoes right there. You bring them out on special occasion. Even now, like, because we talking about insecure, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, let's say you. Now I ain't gonna use the shoes. Let's say you in your house, right? You value your vehicle, right? If you hear the alarm start going off on your vehicle, you gonna perk up. Cause who the hell messing with my car?
Right.
You gonna go outside with the sword on you to protect your vehicle. Cause that's you value that vehicle, man. You could call it a certain level of insecurity, but you should make your man secure. You feel me? Because he shouldn't have to feel insecure if nothing's really going on. Just like the car. If you go outside and ain't nothing going on with the car, you're gonna have your security.
Where's the line of insecurity and protecting what you care about?
Right.
Where's that line at? Like if I'm really truly protecting what I care about seems insecure to you, then do I just stop? Because at that point,
You don't care about me?
hey, because a lot of people have what is it called a pimp mentality.
Yeah.
A pimp mentality. He don't care about his women. He just care about the money that he get from them. But when a man actually care about his woman, he cares about what she look like, what she dressed like, who she hanging out with. He's supposed to care about her because he's protecting her, because he truly loves her, right? But that shouldn't be talked about, right?
Sorry, let me.
Go ahead.
I was getting zealous. I was gonna scream.
Well, I'm gonna say, if you wasn't giving him reasons to feel insecure, you wouldn't act insecure. If he knew that you was on rock like you was supposed to be, he wouldn't worry about none of that. So you gotta take that into consideration.
Precept.
I think Falcon had a point.
That's that Proverbs 31 again, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
say-
it. I got it right here. Proverbs 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of his life. All the days of her life.
You know what the world has done? The world has allowed the woman to trick her man into valuing her less.
Yeah, that's very true.
If you're insecure, she can have male friends. I'm not insecure. She can go out. She can come back at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm secure in mine.
Yeah. At the end result, go ahead. What is he doing? He's slowly starting to back away from her.
Yeah.
Everything that she does. I don't care. I don't give a damn what you do at that point.
You've tricked your man into valuing you less.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
If this is Iron Council, but look, check it. I have a point. That's why the message was don't let the women teach in the church. It's because the woman taught women to do these doctrines. Like the guy wants no headache, right? The nowadays is thinking if your man is not like stressing over you, he don't care about you. But it's like, bro, you're making him stress over situations, the dumb shit that you're doing, and that was learned from another woman. So like women that don't have good relationships are teaching young women stuff that's gonna kill. Gorilla, Sexy Red, oh my nigga doesn't. They're teaching these women how to get a man when they themselves do have men, but not the men they want. But I yield.
Nah, yeah, for real, man. It's kind of like similarly to the Beyonce and the Cardi B situation, right? Beyonce saying, all my single ladies, she jamming, put your hands up. If you like me, then you should have put a ring on it, right? We all used to jam that song.
No?
Well, brother, my mama's black. If you got a black mama, then you probably jammed to it with her, right? It was rhyming, it was vibing.
Hey, the women around me, they like that song.
Right. Bad news is, check this out. Beyonce's married. She was married the whole time.
Yeah.
What you mean? He did like you, and he did put a ring on you. But you know what she teaching? All you pack all your stuff. What's that one song?
Set it out to the
left, to the left. Yeah. Kicking her man out, everything you own in a box to the left. Well, damn, you with Jay-Z, ain't you? Y'all been together. You ain't kicked him out of nothing. Jay-Z ended up sleeping with another woman, and you still with him. You know what she teaching our people though? To the left, to the left. And then our women feeling empowered by that. I am gonna kick him out.
You got that song come on, it's really hitting her spirit.
Yeah, it's really knocking. Go ahead.
It's a pattern. First it was, can you pay my bills? Then it was independent women. And after all that did work, I'm a survivor.
Yeah. That nigga Malachi vibing with that. That's a fact. And then you got what is it? What's in my head? Oh, you got Cardi B. I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring. Offset on live showing her cooking and cleaning.
Right. Yeah.
And
he was a real one for that.
Yeah.
Hey, and she didn't want her daughter listening to her song or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's deep.
She didn't want her daughter to listen to her music. That should let you know something. They trying to shoot something your way,
Right.
and you the one you eating off of it. You vibing with it. Nah, she don't cook and she don't clean. That's how she got her man. No, well, you're being misled, right? You're being misled, and you're not being told the truth. And then our women, for some reason, love looking to single women for relationship advice when they single. I don't never go to my friend. I got a best friend in the world, and he does not have a wife. I never go to him for counsel on marriage. I don't. It's no knock to him. Why would I? I know how he is. Man, fuck him, man. You can get any bitch you want. Nigga, nah, this is my wife. I can't, no. You know what they friend, you know what the female friend is gonna tell? Girl, Ricky ain't never been shit anyway. He ain't never did that, blah, blah, blah. And of course, she's gonna have a negative opinion about him because you're only going to her, telling her the negative. When's the last time a woman went to her friend and told him the good stuff that your husband do? I'm almost certain it doesn't happen because you don't even notice the good stuff that he does. You go to her,
Looking for the bad stuff.
exactly. You go to her and you nag about all the bad stuff. And so now she only has an impression that he's a bad guy. And so now when you're trying to cover up to her about how he's a good guy, all she got in her head is all this bad shit you did. So it's y'all setting yourself up for failure. Or women setting themselves up for failure. Men know that.
Yeah.
Men know not to go to their single friend for relationship counseling, relationship advice. That's the dumbest thing you can do. This dude don't know how to keep a girl. What do you mean, why'd I go to him? He don't know how to keep a girl. I done seen this man being 4 or 5, not talking about my best friend, just talking about general. Seen about 4 or 5 different relationships this dude's been in, and none of them has been successful. Let me go ask him for counsel on my marriage.
What would you do in this situation?
Yeah. You know, bro, I thought that. And I'm gonna do that too. Bitch, you tripping.
You're sitting right beside me at the end of the day.
Yeah. Now y'all both sitting there singing. Yeah. And guess what? The bad news with the women is, man, this girl ain't finna take care of you. Soon as she get a man, she up. She flaunting the ring now, and she, look, girl, ooh. And she didn't talk to you in the bad counsel. Now you by yourself. Meanwhile, she married.
Yeah.
And she ain't got time for you like that no more.
She ain't got time for you no more. Oh, girl, me and John going over here on this vacation. Damn. Yeah, girl, me and John, I don't go out no more. I'm at home cooking. Girl, wasn't you the girl telling me I shouldn't be cooking? Girl, bye. Damn. What? You had a good man at the house. And you know what that man most likely is doing? He most likely got him another rib and he's building a home now. That's the truth. You got something?
This is Sirach 37, verse 7. Every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that counseleth for himself.
There is some that counsel for himself. There's such thing as bad counsel, man. Every counsel, I know getting into the truth, we always, counselors of God. Good and real counsel is of God. Not all, it don't say all counsel is of God. You don't take all counsel for good counsel and chalk it up and, yeah, that's good counsel. No, this was terrible counsel, man. You told me to go home and yell at her? That was terrible counsel. You said hit her in her head repeatedly. Kind out of wine. He said set her straight, put her in her place, put your foot down on her head. What? That's bad counsel. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
She gonna go down straight,
Quick. Any amount of disrespect. This knocks out disrespect. No, brother, that's terrible counsel. He said, let me teach you some pressure points. God. But a counselor is counseling for himself. A lot of the times people are bitter and want to find you in the same position that they are in because they couldn't get successful. They don't want you to be successful. That's not a real friend. You need to change the circle if that's the case. But come on.
Beware of a counselor and know before what need he hath. For he will counsel for himself, lest he cast a lot upon thee, and say unto thee, thy way is good. And afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. I like, you see Tom and Jerry when they like the dynamite, and then they that's same thing, same situation. It says, and say unto thee, thy way is good, and afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. Consult not with one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee. Neither consult with the woman touching her of whom she is jealous.
You don't do that. You don't counsel with a woman and she's jealous of her. It's gonna be, that counsel is gonna be, it's gonna have some messed up judgment in it. Yeah. It's gonna have some messed up judgment in it. Yeah. Go ahead, Zion.
At my job at the Tulsa Bus Clinic, some of the women there, because we worked in the same vicinity, I met this girl like day one, like it was like first hour, and she was like, yeah, I don't like her. I'm like, damn, it's like every girl I'm like, at the first 60 minutes or hour of the first work shift you ever had with somebody, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't like them. It was kind of like,
that's a red flag.
that's like, I don't know, dog.
Damn, you're messy. What's going on here? It's like that one Family Guy episode when they put all the men to sleep and they put all the women to sleep and they put their minds in the simulator. The men, you saw the simulator like 5-10 hours later. The men were working together, building, trying to solve problems. You go to the simulator or go to the women in the simulator, they're in the same spot fighting each other. They're in the same spot, pulling each other's hair, get off it, doing all of that. There's always going to be some hate there. There's always going to be some envy there.
Right.
But going back to the precept that Tahwam just pulled, I believe it goes on to further to say don't counsel from somebody who typically kind of just don't got it. Check this out. Say I had a brother that smoked cigarettes, and I had a problem smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to go to him to teach me how to get off cigarettes. That's bad. That's bad. Come on.
Neither with a coward in matters of war.
Don't consult a coward in matters of war. So how should I arrive valiantly and do this and do that? Well, man, that war thing, man, you don't get afraid?
Leave the people alone.
Yeah. And now he's starting to alter your mind, and now you don't want to go out there. Now you become a coward.
He's making good points on why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just serve their God, bro.
Right.
Let's just do it. Let's let them have our women.
Let's just
God.
We can serve them, man. I mean,
He's making good points on being a coward.
let's just be cool. Let's just vibe, bro. Let's just go with the flow.
Neither, nor with the merchant concerning exchange, nor with the buyer of selling, nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with an hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel.
You don't go to a brother who ain't got nothing going on for his life. All he do is sit down, play 2K, smoke weed all day. You don't go to that nigga and be like, man, how can I start my 401k and get my business off the ground? And, well, shit, bro, I believe you can do it, bro. You gotta manifest that shit for real.
First thing I do is
Yeah, you gotta manifest that shit for real, bro. Because look, check this out, bro. I manifested. I was gonna get 20 points on this game, bro, and I did it. And I think you can too, bro. Nigga, you ain't gonna help me. That don't help. That don't help me with nothing, man. So you don't go to them for that. I had a conversation with my mama the other day because she talks to me, and she's not a practicing Israelite yet, but
That's right.
you know, I'm talking to her, and she trusts my words. She trusts my counsel. So she asked me. She said, "Do you just counsel anybody?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Do you just counsel anybody? You know, you give me good counsel all damn day. Niggas need to pay for this. Do you counsel anybody or what?" I said, "Well, I counsel my people who never needs counseling." You know what I'm saying, I was kind of, you know, shaking. I'm like, as a white boy, I don't know. I'm gonna counsel him the way white boys should be counseled, right? I'm not gonna give him no Israelite counsel. But she was like, you know, I have a friend who has a son that needs counseling, so on and so forth. You think you can help him? I said, well, my mama, I'll do my best. And if I don't have the answer to it, I'll find somebody who does. If I don't have any experience on it, I'll find somebody who does. She was like, well, you can still help. I said, even though I can still help, that wouldn't be seemly. That wouldn't be right. If I don't have experience in this matter, I'm not going to counsel on this matter. If I don't have marriage experience, I'm not going to go to a friend who's married and counsel him on marriage, because I have no clue what it's like. Say I have no clue what it's like. Say I have no clue what it's like being with a woman. I'm not going to be able to counsel right. You want this? Or you straight? You want it? You straight? You want it? You straight?
My God. See you, man. Good. Right over here, small one. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my stuff.
Hey, yo. You know what we doing there?
I kind of looked at Bob a little bit.
You know what it is like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I've been doing for the past 6 years. All right, you believe in the Bible, right? All right, so what is your nationality according to the Bible?
Supposed to be considered an Israelite.
Oh, so you know a little bit, okay. All right, so what is once you know that you're an Israelite, what is your responsibility?
To be honest with you, the golden rule is what I follow.
What's the golden rule?
Treat everybody as you want to.
Let's see what the golden rule is. Get Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and verse 12.
Bring it up.
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now you're an Israelite. This is what God requires of you, that you're an Israelite. Now that you know that you're an Israelite.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Go ahead and say that again.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's our responsibility once we know, coming to the knowledge of who we are. Now, if we reject that, it'd be better if he had not known. That's right. 1 Peter 2:19. Hold on. Hey, it's important, man. Okay, I got that. Hey, you still on the book, ain't you? Yeah. I got you. All right. Well, as you leave, and listen to this.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse
2:19 might be second there. It's fine.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 19.
I didn't. Yeah, hold on. Okay.
21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than, after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
So, hey, now that you know the responsibility, if you turn away from it, it says it'd be better if they have not known. Like we see people that are worldly, that are in all manner of wickedness, gangbangers, drug dealers, prostitutes, so on and so forth. We look at them and we automatically know that they have a harsh judgment coming. But your judgment will be harsher if you reject the truth that was given unto you. I yield.
That's a fact. Now, what was we talking about just a second ago, fellas? Because my mind has shot. Counsel. You got a brother that's been paying attention. See, look, that was a test. Y'all ain't paying attention, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't here with me, man. I knew it was counsel. I was just fooling you.
I was fooling
I was fooling y'all. Right? Oh, God, that's funny. Now, I don't really got nothing else, though. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even supposed to teach today. He said I wasn't supposed to teach today. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and close up for my part. You know what I'm saying? We got some good edification on Timothy. And with that, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah.